News Services Division of All India Radio presents Northeast Diary.
Good evening. Welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary, bringing you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Today from the archives of Akashvani, we bring you an interview with Guru Ryobin Mashangwa, a folk musician and singer from Manipur. We will also talk about how 4G mobile connectivity is making inroads in the interiors and remote parts of Arunachal Pradesh. But for now, let's go over to Mizoram, which has been declared as the most cheerful and happiest state in the country. The northeastern state, Mizoram, which is blessed with blue mountains, lush green forests and waterfalls, is attractive and pleasant for more reasons. One of these reasons is its people. In a recent study, the people of Mizoram have been found to be the most cheerful and happiest people in the country. The study of the Management Development Institute of Gurugram suggested that the state's happiness index is based on 6 parameters such as family relationships, work-related issues, social issues, and philanthropy, religion, effect of COVID-19 on happiness, and physical and mental health. For more detailed report, let's go to our correspondent from Aizawl.
People of Mizoram has always been quite calm, peaceful, and hospitable. A recent study says the people of the state are the most cheerful and happiest people amidst all states in the country. The study conducted by the Management Development Institute in Gurugram shared several factors that make Mizoram the happiest in the country. The study highlighted some cardinal points of prevailing development, which also refers to the literacy rate. It states that Mizoram is the second state in the country to achieve 100% literacy, and it has offered students opportunities for growth even in the most difficult time of circumstances. The study stated that the social structure of the state also contributes to the happiness of its people. Every child, regardless of gender, starts earning from their tender age. A teacher from the sociology department of the Mizoram University said the youths are given this lesson by their parents and the community elders so that the young people do not feel any shyness to go earn for a living while they learn. This is observed that no task is considered by the people too small, and youths typically find employment around the age of 16 or 17, and there is no discrimination between girls and boys. One more significant facet in education has also been observed in the research study. It states that the school teachers regularly meet with students and their parents to address any problems they may be facing. Students admitted that their teachers are not only educators but also their best friends, and they feel comfortable sharing anything with them without fear or shyness. The state has a huge number of broken families, but those poor families get help from peers and neighbors for sustenance and upbringing, to look out for an economic way of earning. For nourishment of the children at villages, there is now a movement of growing nutrition gardens developed by the villagers. And during the COVID-19, the people of the state show the most unique example of charity and mutual help, so that no poor can feel and face helplessness. Experts said all these good practices make Mizoram the happiest state.
For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from Aizawl.
In a positive development, over 300 remote villages in Arunachal Pradesh will now have a high-speed 4G mobile connectivity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has hailed the recent dedication of 254 4G mobile towers to the nation in Arunachal Pradesh. Prime Minister Modi expresses delight at the news and highlighted the significant impact that this high-speed internet facility will have on the lives of the people living in remote villages in the region. A report.
Mobile tower connectivity in Arunachal Pradesh has changed the mode of communication and connectivity in the interior part of the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a Mann Ki Baat episode, mentioned the name of the interior Jorsing village in Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh, where 4G towers inaugurated newly then had benefited the villagers, and said that there has been a new rise in the form of 4G in the remote areas of Arunachal Pradesh and Northeast India, and internet connectivity has brought a new dawn. Miti Moyong, a young lady from the village, who had come to attend the special screening of the 100th episode of Mann Ki Baat program at Raj Bhavan Itanagar on Sunday, sharing her experience on setting up high-speed 4G mobile tower in their village, said that their way of communication and education has changed due to better network connectivity today.
सबसे पहले तो हम ये मोदी जी को जो है जो हमारा गांव में 4G टावर जो लगाया है उसके लिए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा शुक्रिया देना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि जब 4G लगाया था उससे पहले जो है हमारा जो कन्वर्सेशन जो है बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होता था, लेकिन जो टावर लगा है उसका वजह से जो है कम्युनिकेशन में बहुत ज़्यादा डेवलपमेंट आया है। हम लोग जो है आजकल अपना फैमिली मेम्बर से या रिलेटिव से बहुत ईजिली जो है कनेक्ट हो सकता है, उसके लिए हम बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा थैंकफुल है मोदी जी को। जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं कुछ साल पहले जो है कोरोना का प्रॉब्लम हुआ, उसमें जो है क्लासेस सही ढंग से नहीं चल पा रहा था, तो 4G टावर लगने की वजह से 4G आने की वजह से जो है बच्चों को ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन का जो है लाभ उठाने को मिला, उसके लिए हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं।
It is worth mentioning that in continuation of this effort to connect the unconnected part of the country and the remote areas of Arunachal Pradesh, 254 4G mobile towers were dedicated to the people by the government last month. For Northeast Diary, this is Rakesh Dole, AIR News, Itanagar.
The 100th episode of the Prime Minister's monthly radio program Mann Ki Baat was telecast live from Raj Bhavan by Doordarshan Kendra, Gangtok, Sikkim. The Governor of Sikkim, Shri Lakshman Prasad Acharya, attended the program as a chief guest. A report.
गांगटोक राजभवन में आयोजित प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी के मासिक रेडियो कार्यक्रम मन की बात के 100वें श्रृंखला का विशेष स्क्रीनिंग के बाद कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित नागरिक समाज के प्रतिष्ठित लोगों को संबोधित करते हुए राज्यपाल श्री लक्ष्मण प्रसाद आचार्य ने कहा, मन की बात का मुख्य उद्देश्य जनता के बीच सीधे संवाद के माध्यम से विभिन्न मुद्दों पर विचार को साझा करना और उनकी समस्याओं का समाधान निकालना है। उन्होंने कहा,
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने प्रभावी तरीके से लोगों के मध्य पहुंचने के 2014 में आकाशवाणी पर प्रसारित मन की बात से लोगों को संबोधित करना शुरू किया। 3 अक्टूबर 2014 को विजयदशमी के अवसर पर शुरू किया गया कार्यक्रम के 9 साल हो गए और कार्यक्रम को निरंतरता प्रदान करते हुए हम 100 एपिसोड के प्रत्यक्षदर्शी बने हैं, जो हम सभी के लिए गर्व की बात है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी इस कार्यक्रम के माध्यम से हर तबके के लोगों से जुड़े हुए, हर क्षेत्र को छुआ, सामाजिक, आर्थिक, शैक्षणिक, चिकित्सा आदि ऐसे शायद कोई अनछुए प्रसंग या विषय हो जिसका जिक्र माननीय जी ने न किया हो। जैसा कि मुझे ज्ञात है कि मन की बात में प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सिक्किम सहित उत्तर पूर्व की जीवंत संस्कृति और भाषिक विविधता को जश्न के रूप में मनाने की प्राथमिकता दी है, जो हम सभी के लिए गर्व की बात है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने सिक्किम के 12,000 फीट ऊंचाई में पर्यावरण संरक्षण से सांगपे शेरपा की अधिक काम की प्रशंसा की। अन्य एक एपिसोड में 2 उद्यमियों अनुराग अग्रवाल व सिद्धि करनानी की स्टोरी को साझा किया, जो उत्तर पूर्वी भारत में कृषि के क्षेत्र में स्टार्टअप कर रहे। इस कड़ी में माननीय पीएम ने सिक्किम के डॉक्टर मदन मणि ढकाल से हाल ही में चिकित्सा के क्षेत्र में टेली कंसल्टेशन उपलब्धि की भी सराहना की है। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षक पुरस्कार से सम्मानित शिक्षकों के साथ मिलकर संवाद करते हैं। मन की बात के कार्यक्रम में एक ऐसे मंच जिससे हम लोगों की समस्याओं, उनके विचारों को समझने की, उनको समाधान निकालने की क्षमता प्रदान करता है।
समारोह में राज्यपाल ने विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में योगदान देने वाले प्रतिष्ठित व्यक्तियों से अंतर्क्रिया की। कार्यक्रम में द्रोणाचार्य पुरस्कार विजेता श्रीमती संध्या गुरुङ, पद्मश्री पुरस्कार से सम्मानित श्रीमती द्रौपदी घिमिरे, पद्मश्री पुरस्कार विजेता जीएस लामा और राष्ट्रीय शिक्षक पुरस्कार विजेता लोमस ढुंगेल तथा अन्य विशिष्ट व्यक्तियों ने भाग लिया। नॉर्थ ईस्ट डायरी के लिए गांगटोक से उषा शर्मा के साथ मैं दिलीराम दुलाल।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on April 28th inaugurated 91 FM transmitters to boost radio connectivity across the country through video conferencing. These transmitters have been installed in 84 districts across 18 states and 2 union territories. It will result in expansion of coverage in about 35,000 square kilometer area. With this expansion of Akashvani FM service, an additional 2 crore people who did not have access to the medium will now be covered. Nagaland has now got 2 FM transmitters at Mon and Tuensang. Our Kohima correspondent has filed this report.
Along with 91 numbers of 100-watt transmitters in the country, Nagaland has got 2 FM transmitters at Mont and Tuensang on April 28. Member of Parliament Rajya Sabha S. Phangnong Konyak also joined the inauguration program from Mont District. Addressing the program, Phangnong said Mont District has now come into the map of information, fulfilling the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi that no one should be left out to the last mile situation.
Mon district and Tuensang district are very fortunate that today, in this inauguration of 91 stations, these 2 districts have also been included. Information is a very powerful tool. Without information, we cannot do anything because this is in this digital world. India, what it was earlier and what it is today is very different. Prior to 2014, the country that we were living in was different. India now, we have digital India. Technology is there. People have information at their fingertips. At that point of time, I congratulate All India Radio for the efforts that's put in to inaugurate this station here in Mon. Because being a far-flung area and there is development deficit, so information is the key which will help in fulfilling the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister. In this year of Amritkal, where India is celebrating its 75th year of independence, Mon district has also come into the map. And it is a matter of great pride. Because this will be a platform where we can also contribute and where we will learn. So radio is one of the cheapest means of transmission for people to get knowledge. So when we have a radio station, you get accurate news and you have all the information that you need in your fingertips.
The FM transmitters at Mont and Tuensang will be operating on frequency 102 MHz and 103 MHz respectively. For Northeast Diary, this is Asunyo from AIR News, Kohima.
The 100th episode of Prime Minister's Mann Ki Baat was broadcast last Sunday, and the episode has registered a huge success. The Prime Minister also spoke over telephone with some of the selected persons who have made India proud in many ways. The innovator from Manipur, Tongbram Vijayashanti, also spoke with the Prime Minister about her innovations. She made yarn from lotus stem, and the Prime Minister had also mentioned her name in his 69th episode of Mann Ki Baat. Our Imphal correspondent J.J. Tokchom has filed this report in connection to the 100th episode of Mann Ki Baat.
The young innovator from Manipur, Tongbram Vijayashanti, was introduced to the country by the Prime Minister in his 69th episode of Mann Ki Baat, telecast on 27 September 2020. In that episode, Sri Narendra Modi praised Tongbram Vijayashanti for producing yarn from lotus stem and selling the lotus yarn garment in the market. In the 100th episode of the Mann Ki Baat, telecast last Sunday, the Prime Minister spoke with Tongbram Vijayashanti and inquired about the progress made by the innovator in her field. The innovator replied that her products are demanded from the United States of America after her innovation was mentioned by the Prime Minister in the earlier episode of the Mann Ki Baat. Sri Narendra Modi encouraged her and termed her work as local for global.
Namaste Vijayashanti ji. How are you?
Sir, I am fine.
And how is your work going on?
Sir, still working along with 30 women.
In such a short period you have reached 30% team?
Yes, sir. This year also more expand with 100 women in my area.
So your target is 100 women?
Yeah, 100 women.
And now people are familiar with this lotus stem fiber?
Yes, sir. From Mann Ki Baat program, everyone know all over India.
So now it's very popular?
Yes, sir.
So now you got the market also?
Yes, sir. I have got a market. From USA also, they want to buy in bulk.
So now you are exporter?
Yes, sir. From this year, I export our product made in India, lotus fiber.
So when I say vocal for local and now local for global.
Yes, sir. I want to reach my product all over the globe.
So congratulations and wish you best luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijayasanti.
Thank you, sir.
The young innovator from Manipur, Tongbram Vijayasanti, listened the 100th episode of Mann Ki Baat program on Sunday at Raj Bhavan, Imphal, along with the Governor of Manipur, Susri Anusuya Uike. Speaking to AIR News, Tongbram Vijayasanti expressed thankfulness to the Prime Minister for his valuable advice.
Our Prime Minister, Honorable Narendra Modi, mentioned and appreciated in his Mann Ki Baat 69 episode. After that, people knows about the lotus fiber and they want to buy from our state Manipur.
After the completion of graduation in botany, Tongbram Vijayasanti established an enterprise known as Sanajing Sanathambal and started working on producing yarn from lotus stem. Currently, around 30 women are working with her. JJ Thoksom, AIR News, Northeast Diary, Imphal.
Our personality of the week is Guru Ryobang Mashangwa, a folk musician and singer from Manipur, being interviewed by Sanjeev Barua.
Lungrun nang nen kan in ngai leng zun puan nang atul don lo mang ngai vang te in nang lo tu lung kham dang re kan nei lo ka sui lung
Guru Ryobang Mashwanga. He's from Manipur, a very well-known legendary figure from the Northeast, an amazing performer who electrifies audiences. Please do tell us something about yourself.
Thank you for this interview. I'm from Manipur and I'm Tangku tribe from Manipur state. I'm living in the Myanmar border. I'm living in Chanko. My name is Ryobang Mashwanga. I'm a folk musicians and composers and then performers.
How did you get into music?
I don't know. See, when I was young, see the old guys singing song in the village. So I like to sing a song. That's why I just sing a song till today. And in village, in olden times, there is 60s, 70s, the village old guys, they are still alive, so they sing folk songs. So sometimes I like to hear folk music. But, you know, see, in our people, the Christian religions has arrived, so our people accept the new religions. So now totally everything is changing. So every Sunday we went to church, sing a song in gospel music, church music. So I started like this from church, Sunday school. Lastly, I realized when I getting old, maybe 20, 18, 25, I should understand at least our folk stuff. So I started like that only. I don't know, but I just interested to listen to folk music. That's why I started and start learning from old stuff. You know, see, I'm not going educations also. I'm not getting through class 9, 8, 10. I'm not getting through. And I'm not going formal musical schools also. But I just listen from ear to ear from old guys. And till today I play like this. So I learn a lot from the old guys. Now those old guys, there's no more now. Those still alive, the old guys, they are the Christians. They sing a gospel song, church songs. But the folk stuff, they didn't know because 80 years, 100 years, they practice in the church music. So they totally forgot. So till today I started little bit, small things I just pick up and try to alive our folk stuff.
But you started something which was fusing your folk music into the more mainstream forms of blues and all. So that created this unique sound. I mean, tell us something about that. I mean, how did you think that there would be an audience that would accept something which is not blues? Because mostly we like blues or we like rock or metal or whatever. So, I mean, how did you think that if you were singing a traditional song in Nagamese language, that if you fused it with a blues rhythm, it would work? I mean, that's really what is unique about it.
That is so relevant. Your question is so relevant. Now this is we need. Now the youngsters, they are more interested to the modern cultures, modern rhythms, in electronic sounds, whatever. But today, why I started to play like this? Now I'm playing 30 years. So I try to create a new sound through guitar. The folk stuff, folk instruments, the youngsters, they don't interest. Even me also so boring to listen the folk musical instruments. But today, I try to create in a guitar part, 6 strings, because for the youngsters, for the younger generations, I'm trying to create like this. You know, see, without the foundation, where I go, my music, and I want to perform in Europe countries, I want to perform in America, I want to perform in Australia, but the Middle East, South East is almost same. And they won't accept. That's why I create this kind of things, so that now America and then the Europe people, they accept my music, because I play a Hawaiian guitar, but the sound is different. Of course, my string is steel strings, but Spanish guitar, yes. Hawaiian. In village they say Hawaiian. They don't have Spanish, but you know, Spanish. That's true, yeah. Right. So in the Spanish guitar, there's the steel strings. So I try to play in different sound, and the acoustic sound, and the rustic sound. So I try to play it in the different rhythms, tribal rhythms, in the hilly rhythms. So this kind of, I try to create these sounds, and see, I just learn our forefathers' rhythms. Oh, in the hill, no, 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 because I'm compete these natural birds and leaves and all. I'm not compete to those who are scientists, but I compete the naturals. Right. So that's why I sing this kind of songs. That's very good. So when I go to the battlefield, I feel good, because now next year I'll get more foods, because every battlefield is yellows and goldens and autumns and so. See, I feel good. So granaries may be full next year. I feel good. Oh, yeah. Because see, food is there. I'm not worried about. So I compete. And our forefathers, they compete with the naturals. When the natural things come, the leaf falling down, come out new things. So that's why I feel, so I create like that only. So my music becomes like this only.
As a musician and with so much talent, you still chose to remain in your home state and perform in the Northeast. Hasn't that been difficult and a challenge?
It's a lot of difficulties, the challenge, but I don't bother. I don't mind. I don't care, because I have my own identity. So that I'm proud of that. Because our forefathers, they have a beautiful cultures they keep. But nowadays, the problem is the children, the youngsters, they don't interest to the grassroots levels in this, foundations. That's why a lot of difficulty we are facing today. And people are not respect to us. Why? Too much xeroscopy. And I want to put my own cap, own flash hat, man. So this is what I want. That's why difficult, but the other cap, the other side of the greeneries and fencing is thought is better. But I say no, everything is take serious and respect your identity, your culture. We are facing a lot of difficulties because we are our community is small, just a pocket. It's like one chicken, one hens, chickens, families like 7, 8 like this. The other is huge populations. Yeah. So you notice how many tribes, lots, and this and that. But when we cross the border, we are nothing. We are very small. They didn't see. But today, we are doing as millions of fish. I want to be a unique fish. That's why today we are here. We are celebrating here in the mainland New Delhi, Northeast Festival. So we came very small, but we want to share the feelings, the small piece of music. And this piece of music is become a piece. Pieces of music. I want to share the piece.
You were given some recognition. The government gave you an award. What was the award about, and how did that feel?
Why not? I feel good, because I never expect, I never dream these kind of things, but to my works, to my job, the government of India recognized me, because I'm trying to keep alive our culture. So now government of India, Ministry of Cultures, they searching those who are really working for the small communities, who is really working for this keeping alive. See, in India, if these cultural diversities is lost, then everything may be lost.
Exactly.
That's why now they are looking for the small community, those who are really working for this. So one day I hope Omar get the award because he tried his best level.
Right. Give me a sample of some traditional song of yours.
Lung run nang nen kan in ngai leng zun puan nang atul don lo mang ngai vang te in nang lo chu lung kham dang re kan nei lo ka sui lung ru nem tu nang ka thlang to che kum tluang in le na tlang hi dang to lo se sui lung la mang her tir lo la mi to na dam lai par chu i mang tu lu nang boy te lung tin ro len bia tu di tu in shil du nin tra lai bangin nang kruan to nang che.
You just heard an interview with Guru Ryobang Mashangwa, a folk musician and singer from Manipur, being interviewed by Sanjeev Barwa and taken from the archives of Akashvani, Delhi. And now we bring you a Naga pop song by Ledi. With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Bye-bye. program was scripted and presented by Lucy Gabriel Chattopadhyay, produced by Vinita Thakur and assisted by Kumar Gaurav. It was brought to you by the News Services Division of Akashvani.